What's the deal, you guys? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. Y'all, T, what's going on? I'm here, and I'm giving y'all the video that I would have wanted to give you guys yesterday, but it is what it is. I'm gonna cuss YouTube the F out. Child, don't tell me you didn't get your notification. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all, I tweeted YouTube and everything, and I just don't know why y'all are not getting y'all notifications. I have no fucking idea as to why y'all are not. They gave me some link or something like that, but it's basically the same old shit, like making sure that if y'all are subscribed, make sure that y'all are like clicking the bell and stuff like that. But there's some people that got the bell, got notifications on, and they still not getting them and things like that, or they're not even getting them in their subscription feed. Like they literally have to find me in order to find my videos. Like they got to type me into the search engine for them to find it. Like I don't know what the hell going on with YouTube. I have no idea. But I kind of get that same thing when I'm looking at Jamie's videos. Like sometimes I don't even know that Jamie is live, and then I just so happen to be logged into YouTube, and then I look and I see that Jamie is live, and I'm just like, what the hell going on? Why the fuck am I not getting the notifications? Because, baby, let me tell you something. I have to watch all of Jamie's videos, okay? I don't give a fuck what she putting out there. If it's the Court is Messy video, whatever, I got to watch all of Jamie videos, okay? I couldn't find the whether you like it or not video from last night. See, that's what I'm saying. And that is the reason why I always post shit on my community wall every time, because of shit like this. This is the reason why. Because like I said before, people always be saying that I be posting too much on my community wall, but I post a lot on my community wall because of the fact that my shit ain't popping up and people ain't getting their notifications. That is the main reason as to why I be doing that. So if you want to know why I'm posting constantly on my community wall, like anytime I got a video that's about to go live or a premiere that's about to come out, I always put it on my community wall just in case they don't get notified. Every time. Let me see. People need to go to the bell and hit all not personalized notifications. Child. Not it took you a while to find it, child. That's crazy. But anyway, you guys, it's 78 of you guys up in here. So far, so good. Y'all know the goal with every single live that we do is to hit 100 plus with every live. So let me shout out to the moderators that are here. I see DB, I see Janae, I see Kendra, I see the Jail Slayer, I see Catherine, and I see Ravine. So I think those are the only moderators that are in the building, or unless they're the only moderators that are in the chat. So you guys are, in pain, okay? So you guys already know what to do, okay? Y'all know to make sure the chat is clean, make sure that the people are liking and subscribing to the channel, and engaging with one another, and also make sure that everybody is lighting up the chat with nothing but flames as we go into the 5-minute mark, okay? Let's go ahead and light this chat up. Let's light it up, you guys. Let's light this chat up. Let's light it up, and we're now at 5 minutes, okay? And we got 91 people up in here so far. So the up is up. The people might be getting notifications today. Who knows? I don't know. But let's go ahead and get into tonight's show. And if you don't know, we got another show tonight at 10:30. So, if you haven't seen that live, if you haven't seen that link available, it is available on my page right now. So all you gotta do is go to the live tab, and it's already up there. So y'all got another show right after this one at 10:30. Okay. And I'm gonna try to make sure that this live is between 40 minutes to an hour. That's all I'm giving it tonight. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Now we're here to discuss the situation between Shamea and Porsha, and how Porsha decided to go to social media and expose Shamea for some rumors about her sleeping around. And not to mention, Angela Oakley also chimed in on this situation, you know, indirectly, if you must, you know, indirectly, basically. Okay. So what we're going to start off with right now is the playback of this very scene from last night that actually got the tides turning between Shamea and Porsha right now on social media. So let's go ahead and get into that scene first. And you know, I'm not going to put it on the screen because of the fact that it's going to, you know, I don't want to get no copyright strikes or nothing like that. But we're going to start off with the scene first, and then we're going to get into the tweet that Porsha left. So right now, let's go ahead and get into it. It's 100 of y'all up in here so far already. Thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, if you're brand new to the platform, go ahead and subscribe right now and like this video, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the scene that started it all.
Allowed what our friendship or lack thereof to affect what our kids had.
The only time it would be a person who I would speak to the way I spoke to you, and you speak to me the way you spoke to me, and my child would still go around you, if it was my sister. That's the only way.
But then again, you also mentioned at your house that no one should speak on our friendship because we were like sisters.
Speaking on Shamea is like speaking on a family member. So like, let it go. It's like you're speaking on Lauren. Whenever I have ever said we were
like,
sisters,
did you think we were, or did you think we were not?
Whenever I said we were sisters, I thought we were. There were things that came to my knowledge last year that changed that for me.
I feel like she may feel that this is kind of like a lopsided friendship.
I just told you the other day, I said, Porsha, I wish we could be the way we are off camera, on camera. And you know what you said? They would have to pay me more money for that. You told her a lot of lies last year. I just would have hoped that we wouldn't have allowed what our friendship or lack thereof to. You did, and I let him land. Even out to the fact of you saying to Andy, oh, didn't I always want her to be a part of the friend group?
Andy, have I always wanted Shamea to be on the show as a housewife?
Yes.
Yes.
You and I both know we sat down and had a whole conversation about me being a part of this friend group. And you said, Shamea, you sing, you dance, you act, you got the hots, all this stuff. You said this was your thing. This is your friend group. I'll bring you on as my friend on the show. But no, I think it might mess up our friendship if you actually come on as a full-time housewife. That's what you said.
Why are you
So
lying?
I've always held on to that. Why would I lie? Why would I lie about that? That's what you said.
I don't have a reason to lie.
But you do,
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
But
Why are
you
you still doing it? You're here with these girls and you're doing the same thing.
No, I'm not.
I don't even know why.
No, what I am going to do though is speak up. In Savannah, we talked about
Can you answer
our
that?
parents. And you said, oh, I don't ever want our friendship to be affected by our parents' friendship. That's what you said. And we agreed. But the first, you did. And I let him land. Even out to the fact of you saying to Andy, oh, we agreed. But the first thing you did was went on your public platform and talked about my mom doing something egregious to your mom. That my mom bought your mom daycare. But in fact, your mom did something first to my mom. And this was years prior. But you don't want to speak on that, right?
Why did they initially?
I don't want to speak on it because it's really going to go left.
Okay.
I was quiet last year because I was trying to protect and salvage what I thought was a true and genuine friendship. Now, seeing how things are kind of rolling out and how everything has escalated, you know, if we're going to go there, we're going to go there.
Shamea, I don't give a what our parents did because they were friends prior to us.
But you posted about my mom, but you didn't post about what your mom did. You want to talk about that?
I don't know their relationship.
Should we talk about that?
I don't know that.
But you knew enough to tell that my mom bought your mom's daycare.
Girl, everybody knows that. It's not a secret.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't know that your mom tried to sleep with my dad.
Shamea came to dinner with one in the chamber. This just wasn't the one to unload.
We agreed.
This wasn't the one to unload.
Oh man, she's about to explode. Porsha don't play about her mama.
Oh my God.
Where is my drink at? You and your mother are low down dirty snakes.
No, you and your mama are low down dirty snakes.
Yes,
And it comes down from generation to generation. You are slithering dirty things. And I've kept my mouth closed long enough.
There is.
I said I'm holding my mouth on it because I don't want to do that. And I don't want to embarrass her.
Oh, wait, who you embarrassed? Me? If my mama did something like that, baby, that would be on my mama. It's not true.
But every chance you get, you bring my mama up. Why would you do that?
I've been sitting on this because I knew it already. And I took that home to my mom.
And what'd your mom say?
She was flabbergasted. You know why?
Wow.
Because your mom slept with your father's brother. Ooh.
Girl, stop.
Yes, he did.
This wasn't the one to unload.
Ah,
All right, so that was the scene itself, you guys. I'm sorry, still coughing. That was the scene that really got all of this stuff pretty much, you know, going and started and things like that. Let me see here, okay. But yeah, anyway, so that what started everything. So after this episode had come out, Porsha went to social media. So let me go ahead and go back to that post that she put on social media. Let me put this up here, okay? Now this is coming from Reality Entertainment TV, one of my favorite blogs, okay? And this is what Porsha stated last night. She said, "Wait, just catching up here in the Bahamas. Yo, I can't believe that there are actually people talking about my mother and mentioning my daughter in a negative way. Was this really worth it? Excuse me. Shamea took this way too far. You're not innocent while you've got people discussing my mom because of a lie you told on this show. If we're going to discuss it, keep it between us. Now let's discuss you sleeping with your manager who's married to one of your high school friends, as well as a pastor in Decatur who's 100% on your roster, along with many more. Hashtag let's go, hashtag RHOA, and hashtag I don't believe a motherfucking word that Porsha is saying. I just got to be real with y'all. I don't. Because see, the thing about Porsha is, the thing with Porsha that I've noticed and that I've learned, and here's the thing, I don't need her fans coming up in here trying to tell me what I'm doing and what I'm saying, because this ain't even no Porsha hate train or nothing like that. This is just really my opinion. This is really my opinion, and this is just how I feel, right? What I've noticed about Porsha is that when you tell the truth on her, she gonna throw an outrageous lie out at you just so she can win a motherfucking argument. And the reason why I say that is because she did that shit with Candy. When Candy was telling truth about her, she decided to throw out any little thing that she could to make make her truth less and throw the lies out about Candy to make herself win this argument. Like just like what happened in season 9 at that damn table, that infamous argument with the you just made that up. You know, that shit right there. Soon as Candy started telling truth about Porsha, the first thing that Porsha did was just make up shit. She says that, you know, she says that Candy had a girlfriend for 7 years. Then she said it was in the blogs and in the streets. What blogs ever posted anything about Candy having a 7-year relationship with a woman? If that shit was in the blogs, why we ain't talked about it? Why haven't we talked about it? You know, since when it was in the blogs? Because I ain't never seen not one blog post any story about Candy having a girlfriend for 7 years. Porsha always making up shit. The moment you tell the truth, she throws a lie in there. Just like she made up that whole, just like the whole, you was planning to take me and Shamea back to your house and you was going to do something to us and all this other stuff. Like, you literally said all of that shit. You said all that shit just because somebody was telling the truth about you. So my thing is this, right? Here's my thing. Now, when it comes down to this situation, as I stated before, what Shamea said on Sunday night's episode in regards to Porsha's mom and her father, I told y'all in my review yesterday. I've been heard that. That was told to me like about 2 years ago. Like, that was told to me 2 years ago. Like I told y'all, I got a source, and my source has given me all this tea about Housewives and even gave me tea about Married to Medicine. And for those of you that's been watching me for a while now, y'all know that this particular source that has given me all this tea and all this information, that shit be true. I ain't never lied to y'all. And if and whenever I've given you this tea from this particular source, I always prefaced it with allegedly this is what's going on. This is what was told to me. Now I don't know how true this shit is, but allegedly this was told to me, and come to find out the shit has always been true. Every time I brought it up here on my platform, it was true. I ain't never lied to y'all. So I'm telling y'all, during season 16, I knew that there was a situation supposedly where Shamea, Mama, and Diane had fallen out due to some shit with her husband. That was told to me 2 years ago. Real shit. And I remember telling y'all, I want to say this so bad, but it's involving the parents, because I remember when it first came out, I think Aaron was the first one to bring out what actually happened with Porsha and Diane, and it was about the daycare shit. And that is when Porsha said it at the reunion about the daycare shit. But I was sitting up here saying, it's way more to this story than the damn daycare center. It's way more to the story than that. Because it ain't just about no fucking daycare. It's about a woman that was trying to fuck somebody's husband that was supposed to be their damn friend. That's what I wanted to say on this damn camera. But I remember telling y'all, I got some tea on this situation, but should I say it? I'm having doubts about saying it due to the fact that it's involving the parents. Now, I can talk about Shamea and Porsha all day, but I really don't want to be that person to bring nobody, mama and daddy, into it. And I know a lot of y'all said, well, if it's about the parents, don't just keep it in the chamber. And that's exactly what I did. I kept it in the goddamn chamber because my Scotty gang is, I'm going to listen to y'all before I ever put something like that out there. But that was definitely told to me. And I got the text messages where the person told me about the shit. I got the text messages, child. So listen, but I ain't going to show y'all because I ain't giving away my source. But but yes, I've been knew this. And I knew that when that mid-season trailer came out and Shamea said, you want to talk about my mom, but your mom did something first to my mom. When she said that, I said, she's about to bring that shit about Diane allegedly trying to fuck her daddy. She finna bring this shit to the camera. And if she do, I am going to yell to the rooftops, honey, that I knew this tea a long damn time ago. I knew it. And no, my source is not Shamea, honey. Okay? I don't talk to nobody on that cast. So at the end of the day, my tea did not come from Shamea, honey. It came from somebody else that knows these people. Okay, I get the tea, honey. Trust me. Okay. Now here's the thing: when it all boils down to it, Porsha wants to bring this shit up now. She wants to throw Shamea under the bus now because of what the audience is saying about her mama. Now, mind you, at the end of the day, you said something about her mama first. Now, a lot of people keep on saying, well, Shamea brought up the moms first. When Shamea did bring up the mothers, she didn't go into detail as to what went down with the mothers. She said that they had a friendship along the lines of, because I'm paraphrasing. All she told Cynthia was that her mom and Porsha's mom were friends, or they thought they were friends at one point in time, and things happened and they were no longer friends, but they continued their friendship. It was Porsha who took her ass to social media to let the world know that Mama Morton did something egregious to her mama and all this other stuff. And when we got to the reunion, that's when she brought up the daycare center shit. And at that reunion, when Shamea said, I don't even want to go there because it's really going to go left. And when she said that at the reunion, I said at the end of the day, she wants to reveal what Diane did first before this daycare center happened. But at the end of the day, she ain't gonna do it because she's trying to protect Porsha. But in my opinion, to be quite honest, the moment that Porsha decided to bring up this egregious thing that Mama Morton did to her mama, Shamea should have emptied the clip right then. In my opinion, because if it was me, you gonna bring up some shit about my mama, I'm gonna bring up some shit about your goddamn mama too, bitch. Okay, there's one thing about it and two things for certain. I don't play by my motherfucking mama, period. So all I'm saying is that's why I'm not necessarily mad about what she said in that moment. However, was it necessary to bring up at that dinner table in that scene? Absolutely not. It wasn't, which is why I said, which is what I said, I'm sorry, which is why I said Porsha cracked that door to get the party started about the mama shit. That's what Shamea should have brought this shit up even back then. That's when I would have brought it up. You want to talk about my mama? I'm gonna talk about yours. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. Everybody, let's take out the time right about now because it's 200 of y'all up in here so far. Let's take out the time right now to wish Too Feisty a happy birthday. Okay, let's get into it. Let's wish Too Feisty a happy birthday. Now I ain't gonna sing happy birthday because I'm still coughing and I ain't got time to be trying to open up my mouth and sing and then I start coughing. I ain't finna do all that. But shout out to Too Feisty. She's one of my longest running moderators. I think she was one of my first moderators, if I'm not mistaken. She's been around my platform from the very beginning, from when I was in the bathroom doing videos. She was there from the jump. And, you know, she likes to tussle with me every time she comes into my chat. But I love her down. And I wouldn't have it any other way because she really do be trying to look out for me. And she do be trying to look out for the Scotty gang. And I will always appreciate her efforts. So everybody show Too Feisty some love in this chat as we continue on with the show. Okay. Now, let me see. Thank you, Brandon, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. I love my Scotty gang. Scotty gang is really a family. But yeah, so now that your mama is getting dragged, and I don't know what people are saying about your kid. Now, if they're talking about Pilar, then they wrong for that. They shouldn't be talking about your child. But now that people talking about your mama, now that prompts you to go on social media and make this post. Porsha's calculated. Because, baby, let me tell you something. The reunion was already filmed. The reunion was filmed like a couple of weeks ago. Y'all already filmed their reunion. So, therefore, you already seen the upcoming episodes. Y'all do know that when they get ready to film these reunions, they send the cast the remainder of the episode so they can watch it and be prepared for the reunion, because that's what they do. They send them the remaining episode so they can be prepared. So, girl, you already saw this episode. So why are you trying to put on a show for the people on Twitter because they're talking about your mama? When you said the shit that you said about Mama Morton, people were talking about Shamea mama too. But did you give a fuck? No. Did you give a fuck? No. You're calculating as fuck. And this is why Nene said she ain't that damn dumb. She ain't. She ain't. And y'all can get mad as you want. Y'all can get mad and scratch your ass and get glad all you want to when it comes down to this, to the shit that I'm saying. But y'all know I'm not lying and you know that I'm right. I don't care what you say. Y'all know I ain't lying and you know I'm right. That girl know what the fuck she be doing. She's calculating as hell. And for her, and why is it that everybody you get into it with, they always got to be fucking a pastor? Every time you get into it with somebody, they're fucking a pastor. That seems like the biggest lie that she can pull out of her damn purse. When I get into it with a bitch, I'm going to say that she fucking a pastor. Like, what? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that Shamea has her faults. And I definitely know that Shamea is nobody's victim. I know that for a fact. So let's be clear. I know that for an absolute fact that she is nobody's victim or none of that shit. But the reason why I don't believe this from Porsha is simply because of the fact that she does this shit all the time. Like I said, she always be saying shit when somebody reads her down or when somebody gives her the business. She always throw out outlandish shit. And she even said when they was in Maui for their trip on season 9, when she was like, you know, even though we were friends and we did what we did, you say something about me, then I'm going to say something about you. So basically what you're saying is when someone says something to you, then you're just going to throw something out about them, whether it's true or not. Have y'all noticed that that is the pattern that she does with people all the time? She did the same shit with Drew. She didn't have no reason to be dragging Drew all motherfucking season. And the first thing she did was slut shame. You're fucking for beats. You know that girl was not fucking Dennis for no beats. But you said it anyway on camera and drug it through the goddamn season. That's what she do. She's calculating. She knows what the fuck she's doing. And y'all can sit up here and ask me questions about what Shamea did. We're talking about Porsha. This video is about Porsha and Shamea. So before I get to Shamea, we're talking about Porsha. Okay? So I'm back on Porsha again. I'm just breaking down the shit that she does all the time. When someone reads her down or give her a dose of her own damn truth, she gonna throw out a lie about your ass in a second. She already told y'all that's what she gonna do. Okay? So she did this even with Kenya. What about the one-eyed African? Who is the one-eyed African, Porsha? We ain't never heard of no one-eyed African until you open your mouth and said that. Who is the one-eyed African, Porsha? We have yet to find out who the one-eyed African is. Okay? We have yet to find out who the one-eyed African is. Who is the one-eyed African? Then you said Kenya paid an African Nigerian singer to be on the show and all this other stuff. Then you said that Peter was paying his waitresses at Bar One and his with penis and all this other shit. You always saying shit that's never been proven, never came out to be true. So that's why I'm inclined to not believe nothing that you say, because you make up shit all the time. So no, it's not about hating Porsha. It ain't got nothing to do with hating her, because what the fuck am I hating her for? That's what I need for people to understand. Y'all got to stop saying, oh, you just hate Porsha. Just say you hate Porsha. Baby, I don't hate that. I don't hate that young lady. I don't hate her. But I'm just not on her bandwagon like everybody else is. I'm just not on her bandwagon. She's beautiful. She got a fat ass, but that don't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. Porsha, can't you see? Sometimes your ass just hypnotize me. Because that's what she do for a lot of y'all. That fat ass, them veneers, and that face, y'all love it. So that's why she can get away with anything. And whenever somebody calls her out on her shit, the first thing that y'all want to do is say that somebody is hating on her and all this other shit. And it ain't got nothing to do with that, because guess the fuck what? The same way I could give Shamea her 10s or say when she's wrong or say when she's right, I can do the same thing for Porsha. We just ain't got the Porsha. Well, we're at Porsha right now about why I feel like she's in the wrong, but we ain't got to the part to where she's in the right yet. But the thing is, all I'm going to say is this. You brought up that girl mama last season, and now she brought up yours, and now you motherfucking mad. But as I said before, Shamea, like I said, Porsha opened that door for mamas to be talked about the moment she brought that shit up at their reunion. And I just feel like this reaction that Shamea got is very much so delayed, because she should have opened up the door. When Porsha opened that door, you should have walked through the door by saying, well, since my mama took your daycare, your mama tried to fuck my daddy. The family fucked my husband. The friendship fucked my husband. That's when you should have said it. But you bring it up now and it's not looking too good for you. And the fact is, Shamea, it's a lot of things that you have been wrong for. And there's a lot of reasons why people feel like you're reaching. Because at the end of the day, when you brought up Pilar, like the whole thing with Pilar and, you know, why you won't bring her around me? Why would she want to at this point? Why would she want to bring her daughter? Why would she want to bring her daughter around you? Like, you just got through bringing up the fact that her grandmama tried to fuck your daddy. So why would she want to bring her daughter around you? Like, with sending her daughter to your house. To be honest, after this fight that y'all had, I wouldn't even want to send my kid to your house. Why would I want to? You don't fuck with me like that. It's clear that you don't. I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. So why would I send my daughter to your house? I wasn't mad at Porsha for feeling like that. I'm not sending my kid to your house. What are you talking about? Then the reason is Shamea just so happens to be seeing the fact that Kelly and Porsha have made amends, and that hurt her feelings. And it hurt her feelings due to the fact that Porsha refuses to forgive her for anything. It's easy for Porsha to forgive Kelly, but she can't forgive Shamea. And that right there, Shamea should have let you know that girl ain't your friend, and she don't want to be your friend, and she doesn't want to make no friendship work out with you. That right there should have let you know that then. She don't give a fuck about you. Whatever friendship that you thought y'all had, y'all ain't got it. Because she don't give a fuck about you, girl. She don't care. And the sooner you realize that, the better. Sometimes you got to understand that friendships, when they come to an end, they just come to an end. And I'm not trying to discount her feelings at all. You know what I mean? Like, I promise you I'm not. Because see, here's the thing. Friendship, I said this on my last review, friendship breakups are the hardest. It's different from breaking up with some nigga you was fucking with. It's different. It's different. A friendship breakup is on a whole nother level. And I feel like Shamea is not necessarily taking this friendship breakup well, because at the end of the day, she really loved Porsha. And that's the God's honest truth. She loved Porsha. And I'm not here to take that away from her, because I think that was the issue that I was having when I was watching Carlos King's panel. And y'all know Carlos King watched my platform, so shout out to him. But when I was watching his panel and I was listening to Blue, and I'm like, you ain't got no empathy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the way that Shamea is going about all of this is absolutely wrong. Like, period. Like, she's not, the way she's going about it ain't necessarily right. But the thing behind it is, I feel like she's doing it this way because she's hurt by Porsha, and she still wants to be friends with Porsha, and she wants to make that shit work out. But the fact is, what really sent her to oblivion is the fact that Kelly and Porsha were able to make amends, but Shamea and Porsha were not. Now, here's the thing. If a bitch don't want to forgive you, they don't have to. They don't have to forgive you if they don't want to. But you got to learn when to go and when to fold. And at this point, Shamea, you just got to know when to fucking fold at the end of the day. Yeah, that's your friend and all that other good stuff. But no, well, she was your friend. Your longtime friend after all this time. But absolutely not. Too feisty. Not dropping a link today. No, because I got another live at 10:30. So no, I'm not. Y'all be want me to drop that link so bad. But no, I just I just feel like at the end of the day, it just goes all the way. And this is why I don't, and I said this on Twitter, this is why I don't understand why people get so upset when we're talking about Shamea and Porsha's friendship and we go back to season 9, right? So here's my thing. I keep going back to season 9 because it's valid to go back to season 9. It is. You want to know why? Because season 9 is when Porsha showed you that your friendship means nothing to her. Come on, let's be for real. Season 9 is when she let you know that that friendship did not mean nothing to her. It meant nothing to her to throw you under the bus. She showed you that in season 9, Shamea. Need I remind you, she put Phaedra above you in season 9 when Phaedra set her fraud ass in front of you and Sheree and said that your best friend be fucking everybody's husband, and you sat there and you said nothing. It was like you agreed with the shit that Phaedra was saying. You let that lady attack Shamea on national TV. You allowed that shit to happen. That happened on national TV. It ain't like it with no cameras around. That shit happened on national TV. And for that alone, that would have made me not want to fuck with Porsha no more. So again, she showed you right then what type of time she was on. She showed you then that the friendship did not mean nothing to her. So why did you still hold on? Why did you still hold on? But I can't knock her because I've been in those type of friendships where people have done the most egregious ass shit to me. And I still stayed and continued to be their friend. You fuck my nigga behind my back. And you tried to lie about it. Then I forgot. Then I forgave you for it. And then you did it again. But I stuck around because you my friend. And I just let it go. Although you did something to me that I would never do to you. So that is the reason why I understand her and I feel her pain. Sometimes we remain friends with people that does the most egregious shit to us and we don't let them go because we love them. And I feel like that is the main reason why Shamea is hurt the way that she is. Due to the fact that she's forgiven Porsha for a lot of shit. She's let her slide with a lot of shit. But Porsha doesn't want to forgive her. Porsha don't want to have nothing to do with her. And she can't accept it. And mind you, what I just brought up about my own situation, that happened in my early 20s. That'll never happen in my late 30s. You do some shit like that to me, we either gonna fight, or I'm gonna cut you off, or I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna beat your ass and then cut you off, and you will never talk to me again. Better yet, you might get buried if you do that to me again. Not that'll never happen to me again in my 30s. That was in my early 20s when that happened. And another thing too, People keep on saying that, but you would keep your dude. Girl, who said I was even with him anymore? What you talking about? You know, some of y'all come in these comments and y'all just say any damn thing. Y'all just heard me say one thing and y'all making, and one person is making their own assumption about what happened. All I said was, I'm talking about my friend. I wasn't talking about the nigga. The nigga is irrelevant. The nigga was irrelevant when it happened, and I wasn't even with the nigga no more when it happened. Okay? So don't come up in here just making up shit, because I actually talked about this in a video. So if you want to look at the video and see what I'm saying, then you can go do that. But what people don't realize is when it come down to Shamea being on this show, what y'all don't realize is that Candy was the one who brought her to the show. Candy did that, from what I was told. Candy brought Shamea to this show, got her on as a friend. Candy was the one who put her on the show behind closed doors, from what I heard. It wasn't Porsha, it was Candy. But you know, what is Mims in here talking about, y'all? Shamea's mom said Diane was pushing weight with Rick Ross. Oh my God, y'all a mess. Let me see. Let me see. We know why y'all trying to correct me? I know exactly what I'm talking about. No Porsha did. Candy met just because Candy met Shamea on the show does not mean that Candy didn't have nothing to do with Shamea coming on the show as a friend, because she absolutely did have something to do with it. Yeah, she met Shamea through Porsha, but they got their own friendship and Candy brought her along. But we will talk more about that at 10:30 on the other video. But I'm going to say this, though, and then we're going to move on to the Angela part, right? So I'm going to say this. Neither party is innocent, right? Neither party is. So I just want that to be clear. Candy didn't know her before the show, though. I just said that. I literally just said that she met Shamea through Porsha. I just said that. Oh, Jesus. But I'm going to say this. Neither side is innocent. But I do feel as though, and I'm still going to say it, I don't care who feels the way about it, Shamea was a better friend to Porsha than Porsha was to her. That's just what it is for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Shamea was a better friend to Porsha than Porsha was to Shamea. And at the end of the day, Shamea should have been cut Porsha off a long time ago. And because she didn't cut her off a long time ago, it's going to look like you want to sit up here and make yourself out to be a victim. But it is what it is. You should have been cut her off. Like I said, season 9 was enough for me. That's how I feel about it. But we are gonna move on to the Angela of it all. Yeah, I don't know if I'm lagging on y'all screen or not, because it seems like I'm lagging. But let's get into it. So somebody tagged Angela in the post about Porsha, dogging out Shamea on social media. And Angela said, it's too early, friend. I have a few more episodes before I feel believed. At least we can bury that I messed up their friendship. These feelings existed way before me. I know this because, quote unquote, people told me. I just need for Angela to shut the fuck up, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all love Angela and all this other shit, but I just need for her chopped up pickle nose ass to shut the fuck up, because she gets on my damn nerves. Like, she don't even have to say shit. She always saying something. Girl, shut up. Because two things can be true at the same time. The feelings that Shamea had existed way before you, but you did have a hand in breaking that damn friendship apart last season. Stop acting like you didn't. Please shut up. Someone else says, you couldn't wait for Porsha and Shamea to argue. That's all you and Drew been waiting for, hater. Even if they're not friends, Pete would never be your bestie. Angela then says, contrary to this, I wanted them to speak as friends. They made up, and then Shamea told Britt more info. Girl, please. You and Drew wanted this. And you ain't gonna tell me anything different. Like, y'all wanted this shit. Y'all been probing and trying to find out shit and constantly bringing that girl up to Shamea. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. So Angela, shut up. Like, that lady irritates me. I don't like her. I don't like Angela. And to think that I was rooting for her last season, I can't stand that. Ugh. And I don't know what the hell Brandon talking about in these comments, but I'm just gonna continue to let him have his all my children moment right now. But let me see. Angela, I do feel like you and Drew plotted very well to mess up Shamea's alliance last season, because they were targeting you two last year. No shade. Angela then says, can we be honest? No one saw her for me last season, and it's fine. This season, I'm protecting me and mine. That's all I can do. Plotted is a strong word, especially when we don't talk at all about them. Now, I don't know if they plotted against Shamea or not. I don't really know, because this plot word keeps coming up, and I really don't know if the plot is actually plotting. So I really don't know that. But that's pretty much the gist of that. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and say that she plotting on the people. I ain't gonna say all that. Now, I can say a lot of shit about her chop pickle nose ass, but plotting on the people is something that I won't say. So I ain't gonna give her all that as much as I would love to. Y'all look like y'all bullying that girl, just piling on. I hate that you ignore the rocks that she's thrown. They become invisible rocks, and it looks like we're responding to nothing. I wouldn't say bullying, but it's definitely looking like a pile on, and I stand on it. Someone says, what's your point of wanting to expose Shamea? Why are you so invested in her cooch? And don't say she spoke on your marriage first, because they all did. I don't like this for you. Don't be that weirdo to have a gotcha moment. Know when to fold them. Expose or respond. It gets to a point. Why accuse my husband of anything while living in a glass house? I've tried to move on, and it continues to this day. Girl, you have not tried to move on at all. Not this season anyway. Your ass have had a hard on for that girl all goddamn season. Then someone says, you act like it. Y'all act like it, but y'all don't want them to be friends. Y'all love seeing them go at each other's throat. Y'all not fooling me. Angela says, honestly, we don't. It's toxic and it's not fun, and it can become boring. I appreciate moving on. Sister, that's your problem. You're too invested. That's what Shamea has been saying all season. I'm glad you finally admit that you don't want them to be friends because it's too toxic and boring. Mind you, that has nothing to do with you. Angela then says, girl, you don't fight. We don't want them to fight. It's toxic. Let me see. Someone says, well, whatever you're responding to is not being shown on the episode, so you look crazed and obsessed. It doesn't look like you're standing up for yourself, and it looks like you're doing Porsha's bidding. So stop. Your credibility is being tarnished over Shamea's cooch. And Angela says, how can I stop when I'm responding? I don't know what you'll end up seeing. I have no control over that. Why is your fave obsessed over what she thinks my husband is doing? He can't defend himself, but I can. And why are you obsessed with what you think she's doing with her cooch? I'm just trying to understand that. Too Feisty, what are you asking me? Because I literally just said neither party is innocent. So I'm trying to understand what's the gotcha moment y'all trying to get from me. Y'all, like, the thing is, when it comes out to the Shamea and Porsha shit, because I'm not on the Shamea hate train with everybody else, y'all like to ask me questions that I've already answered already. Like, girl, I already said that the girl ain't innocent and she's done her shit too. I said that. I literally just sat here on this live and said, called out the flaws in both of them. So why y'all asking me these questions like I'm sitting here acting as if this girl is a victim when I'm not saying that? I keep saying she's not a victim. What do y'all want from me? In the words of Tyrese, like, what is it that y'all want? But however, moving on, Team Tour Marching Band says, mind your business now. You and Drew are really coming off this season as the lapdogs for Porsha that y'all accused Shamea of being. And I hate it because I really liked you last season. So Angela says, why does anything against Shamea have to be for Porsha? Ma'am, she literally said she fucked your husband and she called you Big Bird. And now you're yucking it up with her, with that bird. And y'all appear to be doing her dirty work. What did your fave say exactly? You think you know when you have no idea. Wait till the reunion. Okay, Angela. Let me see. Now, I liked you, but believe about what? You have no proof and facts about Shamea, so just stop it. I have attorney bills responding to a cease and desist. Do what you with that you want. What's the point of spilling the tea if you're not going to name names? A cease and desist, maybe? But you got what you deserve, though. Ugh. Listen, when I tell y'all I don't like Angela, I just don't. That's a weirdo. But all I'ma say is this, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I got, like I said, I gotta go live again at 10:30. All I'm gonna say is this: when it all boils down, Shamea nor Porsha are perfect in these situations. I do sympathize with Shamea because I understand where the hurt comes from. But when it comes down to Porsha, she's a liar. And I would never believe anything that she says. And I fully believe that she says things about people just so she can win. Like, literally. Needless to say, I'm not saying that Shamea ain't telling herself no fibs either. I ain't saying that. But I just feel like when the all boils down to it, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. When it comes down to Porsha and Shamea, I will always stand on the side of Team Shamea every single time. And I know that that's not the popular thing to do, because the popular thing to do is to drag the shit out of her on like they do on social media. But I'm just not on the Shamea hate train. I'm just not. But I'm also not on the Porsha hate train either. But my stance on Shamea and Porsha's relationship has always been the same. My stance on Shamea and Porsha has been the same since season 9. It's been the same since season 9. Most definitely been the same since then. And that's how I see it. It's a TV show, so cussing out CCs is wild, girl. Oh, baby. The Porsha stampede really hates when people don't see her way. They hate it. It ain't even just the Porsha stampede, honey. It's the Angela stampede, too. The Angela ants are always trying to bite a bitch because they're calling out Angela for her bullshit. And I'm going to keep calling it out. I'm going to keep calling it out. I'm sorry. My takes are just what they are. That's just what they are. And if bitches don't like it, then that's just what it is. Do you think Shamea is going to leave the show? On her own accord, I wouldn't be surprised. But I really don't think that I don't think Bravo is going to fire her though. They'll be crazy to do so. Because people feel like because she got all this conflict with everybody, that means that she's not going to be able to work on the show. Bullshit. Season 10, nobody wanted to fuck with Porsha. Like, nobody. The only person that she had to align with was Sheree and damn Kim. That's the only people. And she was still on the damn show. So they'll be crazy if they eliminate the main source of all the drama, and that is Shamea. And people can sit up here and act as if that's not true, but it is what it is. It is what it is. They'll be crazy. They'll be fools to let her go at this point. She's the drama. And she's the main person y'all talking about. Y'all not talking about Phaedra? Y'all not talking about Cynthia? The only people y'all been talking about literally all season, the names I see trending every other week, besides Porsha's name, is fucking K. Michelle and Shamea. To be honest. Nobody wanted to film with Porsha either. But she still was on the show. So here's the thing. Y'all can dislike people all y'all want to. That don't mean they got to lead the show. The only person that I feel should lead this show is Phaedra, because she really don't bring anything. And if you want to be for real, Drew could lead too. Because she ain't did shit all season. And I know, and I was on that train too. And I know everything that Drew does is just beautiful, silver and gold and all that shit. That I'm pretty sure that's all. Everything Drew does is silver and gold, and you rather have Jesus than silver and gold. I'm aware. I'm aware. But Drew didn't give us anything. And if K. Michelle didn't come up with that cockamamie ass beef with her, she wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Because she didn't talk about Ralph or didn't talk about nothing that was going on in her life. All we got was one date with Black and a beef with K. Michelle. And that ran out of fuel. So it is what it is. Let me see. Why y'all keep asking for Britt Edie? That ain't never happening. Britt ain't never coming back, to be honest. If they keep kicking off the actual wives of a Housewives show, we might as well turn this into Love Island Atlanta. Not Love Island. It may be hard, but Shamea gonna have to treat them like co-workers and move accordingly. That's exactly what she has to do. Literally, exactly what she gonna have to do. Because if you want me to be real, and this, I promise you, this ain't no shade. I promise you, this ain't no shade. But that's how I treat the newer people on the scene ATL this season, because I don't know them like that. I'm getting to know them. Like, there are some people that I really, really like, and I can see myself like keeping in contact with them when the show stops or whatever. Not really like not canceled, but when the show stops filming for the season, stuff like that. Like, there's a couple of newbies that I could see myself being cool with outside of this. You feel what I'm saying? But they're co-workers to me right now because I don't know y'all. I don't know y'all like that. I don't know y'all. So that's the thing. But I hit an hour. I was able to make this thing go for an hour. And we almost hit 300 people. So the people are here. I wonder if the people got their notifications tonight. Before we get up out of here, let me know if you got your notification or not. Please tell me. Who got their notification? I was late, but I got it. Notified. It seemed like a lot of y'all was notified this time. And I can tell. I did, but I always check the channel. I got, man. All right, well, it looked like most of y'all got y'all notification tonight. Hopefully y'all get y'all notification for the next live that I'm doing at 10:30. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and share. Let me go ahead and share that live right now. So you guys can go straight to my community wall once this video is over with. Okay, so let me go down to that right now. Let me share it to my community wall so y'all can go on and set y'all reminders and shit just in case. Okay, it is shared, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, I'm about to go on and get up out of here. I'm gonna run up to the store, and I'll be back at 10:30. And also make sure you guys go to the community wall just in case y'all don't get y'all notifications. Go to the community wall and set your reminders up because we'll be back at 10:35 for the next live. Okay. With that being said, y'all, I am out of here. Until next time. Bye.